Hey, how's it going? For today's video, we're going to be looking at Kirby's Adventure on the Nintendo. Let's get into it. So Kirby's Adventure starts off the Pink Puff Ball Kirby, appropriately named because he is Kirby. What else would you name a Pink Puff Ball? Anyways, just kind of rambling there to start the video. Mr. Kirby must venture through the lands of mystical characters and tasty treats. The funny thing about that is the tasty treats and the characters are the same thing. Kirby's got a ferocious appetite and a spicy meatball. Although he resembles a meatball himself, he in fact is not one. Although the meatball does taste good. So anyways, Kirby must walk around eating everything he sees or not. It's up to him. You got a picky eater or a choosy eater, or just eats because he sees it. He's on the seafood diet. I see food, I eat food. Once you've had about all that you can stomach, you have defeated the level. Jump up in the cotton candy clouds and move on to the next adventure. Here's part of the next adventure right here. And Kirby spots a star. With stars in his eyes, he thinks, hey, this is a great opportunity to hop aboard it. Although Kirby has a hard time controlling it and crashes into the ground, he is not deterred and continues on anyways. So with Kirby's adventure off to a soaring start, let's see what's ahead for our pink belly friend. It is now time for the first boss battle of the game. Make like a tree and stand where you are. Kirby must now fight the Woody enemy. He ain't Woody from Toy Story, but he ain't playing around either. So summon your inner Buzz Lightyear and Starfighter Command. What other Toy Story things do we need to say here? I don't know why we got on a Toy Story rant. Anyways, yeah, no, Woody, that was the reason right there. Wouldn't you know it though, we have defeated him as Kirby tries to drink his tears. Doesn't work, so he grabs the wand and says, hey, time to do my happy dance. Look now, there's 3 of us, it makes me even more happier. Well, that boss had more bark than bite. Moving on to level 2. Level 2, we find ourselves on a beach. Would you eat green eggs and ham on a beach? I don't know. You better ask Kirby about that one. Although something tells me that Kirby doesn't really give a shit as long as it doesn't taste like sand, like that dude right there. He quickly got rid of him and replaced him with an umbrella dude. He goes, that tastes way better than green eggs and ham. Now, it's time to look up to the sky. We have ourselves a minigame. In this minigame, must claw your way to victory. Don't go to the yellow Kirby's because your claw will not work on them. But fortunately for you, there are 2 Kirby's that are in play. The pink ones. It would be self-obvious as you have been playing as a pink Kirby, not a yellow Kirby the whole time. So, you must go for the big one or the little one. We are trying for the little one. Not doing a great job. I think somebody has greased up these Kirby's. But there you go. Victory shall prevail to the persistent. Our bonus is 1-1-up. Let me paint you a picture of this next boss battle. You must destroy the painted pictures in this boss battle. Now this is one of those bosses you just can't brush off. Take him to the canvas and get your 1, 2, 3. Now this boss, he may be a very talented artist, drawing lifelike creatures and whatnot, but Kirby does not like the taste of it, so he spits it back at him. Fucking rude. Now picture this, you're an artist, you're like, hey, I drew this picture for you, Kirby, but don't you like it? Kirby immediately sticks it in his mouth and spits it back at you. You're like, fucking rude, you're supposed to admire it with your eyes. But Kirby's saying, I see no problem with what I did. Continues to spit it back at him, till the artiste is defeated. We brought the pain, not the paint, to that boss. Unfortunately for him, we drew first blood, and we are off to the next level. Here we find ourselves in a castle made out of brick. Much like the 3 little pigs and the wolf that tried to blow their house down. Kirby cannot blow this castle down to the ground. One would say that he even sucks at it. Try as he might, and doesn't look like he'll make it through the night. All round and round we go, where we stop only Kirby knows. You got floaty dealies, flyy dealies, and all the dealy doos that you would expect to be on the roundabout turntable that is this part of the game. Hey there, who turned off the lights? Unfortunately for the enemies though, Kirby has seen every episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And his answer every time is no. Speaking of getting dark, I have a good feeling that this next boss battle may just brighten up your day. So in this boss battle, it is way past Kirby's bedtime, or he has slept in, and the sun is high in the sky. Either way, Kirby must suck it up and defeat both the sun and the moon, and plunge the world into chaos. And now that you have said goodnight to both sun and moon, and the cow that jumps over one of them, I'll give you a hint. It's not the sun, although that would be a pretty cooked burger if he did. Make your way to the next level of the game. And now that we've defeated the enemies in the sky, our hopes are high, but we gotta keep our heads out of the clouds, because we need the clouds underneath our feet to stand upon in this next level. Although Kirby does like to eat a lot, he is also light on his feet, able to run across all the clouds, even though I'm certain his socks are wet at this point, from all the precipitation in the clouds. This next part is out of this world. Kirby spots a potential enemy, or friend, and gives him a big mouth hug, and... mouth hug, and now has acquired the power of friendship, which is a bit weird that it turned him into a UFO. You know what they say about friendships and UFOs. You know, F.O., you got a friend in me with that mouth hug you just gave me. Anyways, moving on. Bring your umbrella for this next level, not because it's gonna rain, but because you don't want to be umbrella prepared for this one. And today's forecast is sunny with a chance of falling on spikes. Best not to spike the landing, nor is it best to point towards the ground. The point I'm trying to make at is I'm out of puns for this one. I know we said we were out of puns, but I just Meta Knight to be able to come up with another one. Oh, look out, it's a Meta Knight boss battle! Wasn't that convenient with the last pun we said? I know we've been having punning games recently. This boss battle is no joke. It is night and day difference between your regular enemies that you face, and the Meta Knight that is in front of you. Try all you might, you just meta be able to defeat him, like we did here. I know you might be getting tired of all these puns, but now is not the time to hit the snooze button. We are off to the next level. Although it looks like Kirby may be a bit tired of my jokes, he has decided that instead of trying to finish the game, now would be a good time for a snooze. Uh-oh, looks like we slept too long, and all the color is drained out of this world. Kirby, being the only beacon of pink left in the world, now must make his way to the world that has become black and white. Kirby always said that he didn't see color, now must prove it to the world. Kirby, being DD done with the black and white world, now must fight off against a DD different opponent. Keen DDD. D, what I did there. Kirby now must face off against Double D D Diddly D as he comes charging at Kirby. King DDD is kind of going for a Jeff Jarrett thing there. The double J, double A, double R to the double ETT. King DD will not be given any sympathy to Mr. Kirby BYYY. Why am I saying all these jokes? I don't know, I need help. And now that Kirby has DD defeated King DDD, he drags him off to have his way with him and DD file. I don't want to continue this conversation. Oh look, he made it bright and happy. Look, they're friends now. Let's ignore where we were going to go with that one. Now they have DD deepened the friendship. The orb of friendship flies off, and King DDD and Kirby YYY now must chase after the flying orb of friendship and get it back in order to DD defeat the power of unfriendship. Now that you're friends on King DDD, you must go balls out and defeat the floating space orb before you be done with the mission. But there is one more foe who's going to get in the way of your DD defeat of the game. Alright, we're about DD done with these DD jokes. The DD deed is almost done. We have one more challenger, the final boss of the game. Kirby's adventure is finally almost over. Unfortunately for Kirby, he has landed in some type of space Dracula land. The monster vampire dude. I don't even know what this dude is. He's got star power though, so that's kind of cool. Anyways, Kirby must use his star power against his star power and prove who shines the brightest. Now that you have defeated Count I Live in Space and Not a Castle, Dracula, he's like, I was going to suck your blood. But Kirby's like, hey, I already suck, and I blow. Speaking of blowing, Kirby has blown up the moon, and much like the boss has blew his opportunity to defeat Kirby. We have now made it to the end screen of the game. You can tell that is the end screen by the end sign. The fountains in the background are going crazy in celebration of Kirby's grand victory. And that was Kirby's Adventure on the Nintendo. This game definitely does not suck. I would go as far to say that it blew it out of the water. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and take care.